Welcome back, Patriots! Well, we continue with our Grand Tactician, the Civil War Let's Play. For those of you that haven't been here in the last fight, I mean, the amount of damage we have done on the water is unbelievable. We've actually managed to really hurt the Confederacy on the water, and not just by Virginia, but particularly by New Orleans. And this is, of course, where they have a good portion of their navy. However, it looks like they're trying to get a larger group over here. They don't like the blockade we've got going. So I'm going to take Commander Frederick from Biloxi Bay. And, oh no, low readiness. That's right, because he had a nice little fight there. He took the fort. That's going to take a little while. We are, of course, sending McKean over here to try and take up this duty, and we're also sending over DuPont. I wonder if is that from the DuPont family? Maybe it is, like the DuPonts? I don't know, but that would be fascinating if it was. Now, with the Potomac Flotilla, I think we can also grab this guy and just kind of move down pretty much anywhere the enemy is going to have ships moving. Of course, excuse me. Of course, we're still waiting for these armies to kind of get up to tip-top shape. I think that's still going to take us a little bit longer, but you can see McDowell is getting very close to the yellow readiness icon, so we're getting to that point, I think, where we're going to be able to head out fairly soon. We've also got George McClellan here on the way to Philadelphia, and I'm hoping that this is going to get him his supplies a little bit faster. Each one of these areas has a different supply rating, a different telegraph rating, etc. So I'm just trying to go to the place that's probably going to provide the most supplies. So this is incredible. Available workforce 49%. We are in the Union, but evidently we're still using 10% slaves. That can't be correct. Maybe it is. Perhaps the Union, up until the Emancipation Proclamation was read, still were using, to a smaller degree, slaves, but I don't believe so. So there's some issue there. All right, let's continue, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go on 50 speed. First, pause here for a second. The Battle of Tennessee River has ended with the Mississippi River Squad retreating. All right, guys, once again, the condition of the enemy fleet is believed to be intact. Both fleets are intact, but we shot them to bits. So there we go. Pausing right there. And as you can see, they have left the area. We've now got pretty much the Mississippi open for business. I like it. But what I'd like to try to do is go over here to Stewart's division on the river and just kind of wait outside. Looks like we can also assign a perk here. That's amazing. Let's give him some torpedoes. Since we've, of course, won a few victories there on the Mississippi. All right, Henry Halleck is ready to go, guys. 70,000. So we're moving. We're marching on Tennessee. There we go. Yep, we are ordering the march on Tennessee. We've even got the Army of the Tennessee here under Grant. Unfortunately, he's a bit panicked. He's not exactly prepared for a fight at the moment, it doesn't seem like. And once Buell is better, I'm also going to start to hit these telegraph stations, which have caused us some problems. But I want to make sure that our guys on the east are looking all right and that we don't have any rebel armies moving up. I don't think so, though. We'd also moved 3rd Corps up here with Nathaniel Banks, and Heinzelman is getting some very good supply here. He was pretty much on the bottom of the red last time we saw him. Look at that, McDowell is getting closer and closer. So we're going to go for that 50 speed. I really think that the first fight is likely going to be here in the west. No movement there. That's weird. River movement. That's what we gotta do. Just need to order our men onto the boats, I think. And let's see if that army starts pushing. Nice! That's what I'm looking for. Alright, we've got the Department of the Mississippi. Didn't necessarily want to avoid the enemy army here and go straight for Nashville. Alright, the Europeans are demanding the cessation of hostilities, guys. And the reason being is the Confederates have actually begun to halt cotton sales to Europe. So them slowing down the cotton trade, it's kind of like a warning to Europe that they better get involved. Now, hold on 1 second. We got to fight. Let's play the battle, guys. All right, here we go. It looks like the Army of the Potomac against Jackson's army in Virginia. And indeed, we are fighting. Finally, we're going to get that chance. I think he's pretty much finished with us shooting his ships all around the damn river. Let's see if he can't fight like a real soldier. So we've got General Keyes against General Jackson. Obviously, General Jackson, a little more experienced general under, well, you know, as opposed to Keyes. But it is what it is. Our scouts report the enemy is near Frederick, Maryland, and our army is to prepare for battle. We're facing Jackson's Corps. Yeah. All right. So fascinating. This one is going to be the Battle of Frederick. Definitely got a pretty original name here. It's not Fredericksburg, just the Battle of Frederick. I like that. But what I'd like to do is get the actual army commander here. Where is he? We got Sickles. Sickles can be useful too. Let me send Sickles over here to Shepherdstown. No, wait a minute. We should have... Let's keep trying. There's Heintzelman. All right, let's take Heintzelman. We'll push right up the center of Sharpsburg. Something like that. We might be looking... Yep, I'm going to do the deployment like that. We might be looking at an actual city fight here. Let's get started, guys. 8 in the morning, the Battle of Frederick. I believe this is going to be the first, well, as close as you can call to a city fight for the American Civil War. So there we go. We've got everybody on the front lines. They are prepared to fight, that's for sure. Look at that. Now we're just waiting for the Confederate to reveal himself. He's going to be coming from the northern portion of Sharpsburg, though. Can't wait to see how this battle goes. But it's going to be a pretty straightforward one as long as the enemy attacks us head-on. Not a lot of different groups in different parts of the city. We're here and we're prepared to fight. Well, no movement on the enemy side, and we're nearly at the 20-minute mark. So I am going to push up, guys, to the Dunker Church. That's right. We're going out looking for a fight. I'm not waiting back calmly, you know, for the enemy to find me. I want to go out and find him if it's going to come down to that. Now, you know, if things get really bad, we can always fall back to our original lines here at Sharpsburg if it does come to that. But for now, I'm just going to move out and see if we can't locate the enemy and at the same time capture the Dunker Church and the Nicodemus Hill area. I'm guessing that the enemy's probably going to be waiting at the church, but frankly, they could be all the way at the beginning of the map, or they could even be going around us. We just don't know. We've kind of committed our entire force to defending the town here. All right. Yep. Dunker Church. Sure enough. All right, hold on now. We're going to take Porter, and I'm going to have him micromanage this unit. Well, micromanage this group, I should say. We'll take Hamilton as well, and Hamilton, I want him to just continue forward towards the Dunker Church. So we're continuing forward towards the Dunker Church, but we're also sending a group to try to deal with the rebels over here. In fact, it looks like they're committing to that movement. You know, it might be in our best interest to just go ahead and reposition now. So let me grab Heintzelman. Yeah, something like this is going to have to do. So there we go. Essentially just getting to the tree line and setting the men up is probably the right choice of action here. Let's take a look at those rebels. Looks like they might even have trench works here. That's something we haven't yet seen on the battlefield, but if they're getting to the point of using trench works, we better be concerned. In fact, I might just have our guys kind of set up on the edge of the orchard here. Then again, I think we should move as a group just because the numbers are so close. Them outnumbering us, or us outnumbering them by 2 is not going to make a difference. I mean, we faced armies where we outnumbered them 4-1, and they still managed to do a good amount of damage, casualties-wise. So I think we're going to call it off here. Just let these guys reassign to these positions behind the Dunker Church and go from there. However, with the artillery, I'll try to get some early shots here. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, yep, the infantry is getting into position. I was worried because from the movement it looked like they were going to cut across in front of the enemy. They're not doing that. They are repositioning, kind of moving back a little bit, and then going into the field. And I didn't even stop to consider that, but we're also getting cover from this cornfield here. A little closer there. Just getting prepared for battle, boys. See if the rebels intend to march forward, because if they do, I will just hold these positions. Make sure to get a group of skirmishers. And with George Morel, let's just start firing here at Smith's brigade. So again, we're trying to do damage with the skirmishers. We've also got a sharpshooter detachment. And I wonder if we could split off, you know, skirmishers from a sharpshooter unit. So even better than sharpshooters, eh? Let's go ahead and get some skirmishers here too. Since we have quite a few men to use here, quite a few men that we can bring to battle. And actually, maybe, nope, we're going to have to engage their skirmishers. Yep, that's definitely the better move. Just turn and engage their skirmishers. They're going to cause us their own kind of problems. At least now the AI has the common sense to detach skirmishers, and it looks like they actually got the first shot there, too. So first blood, as well as detaching those skirmishers properly. Nice shot, boys. Although this time the rebels actually kind of broke away before we did any damage to them. I don't think they lost a single man. But we lost a good 4, which, as you can imagine, translates to more in the grand scheme of things, because we can't represent the entire armies here. But look at that, man. Alright, Burden's getting closer, and these guys are just now sort of reloading. I'm going to keep trying to tag the enemy, even if we have to move forward to tag the detachment, and we end up hitting the brigade. So I'll do the same with this and the sharpshooters. Again, we should just, you know, consistently start firing. This way the enemy's not going to think to come down on our men over here just yet. Now with that group over here, I do have plans for these guys. And one of the plans is I'm thinking we want to have these guys do a flank attack against the enemy. That's why they're popping here and then coming back. Then we're going to move them forward to the tree line. In fact, with some of them, I'll go ahead and order them to move towards the tree line already. And the skirmishers are taking a hit. Come on now, boys. For the Union. Looks like the skirmishers have a little more common sense than I give them credit for. The sharpshooters, rather. Alright. I would think that the sharpshooters would be able to fire from here, but they're having some trouble. So let's push them closer. Let them have it, boys. At least the enemy is not pushing on our location. That makes me feel a little safer. We don't have to worry about a constant enemy push. And actually, we could probably just order, damn it. Order the artillery to stop here and start firing. Damn it. There we go. Alright, so I guess right now the sharpshooters are almost just acting as a secondary skirmisher unit. We'll stay back, and then if this unit falls back, I guess we push forward. That seems to be the idea here. At least we managed to tag some rebels. I'm starting to see some gray coats on the ground, and that gives me hope that the battle is still going to be going our way. At least, we'll have to wait and see. Now, once again, we're going to take this unit, and I'm going to try to get a flank attack on the enemy. So I think you guys can see that. We're hitting them right in their right flank, our left flank. And hopefully this is going to be the move that sends them fleeing. But to find that out, you'll have to see the next episode. I like that with these particular episodes, I can leave you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger. This is certainly no exception, and again, we've got a large rebel army here at Porterstown. We're either going to end up keeping the name Battle of Frederick, because it's not Fredericksburg, so I think this is actually an original name, not as in original as one of the Civil War battles, but original to us. If not, we'll call it the Battle of Porterstown. So anyway, guys, thank you again. And make sure to hit that like button. Please drop a comment down below. When you do stuff like that, it really makes it much more likely that I upload these episodes in quick succession. The last episode didn't even get 300 views, so I'm going to upload this one. But again, if that doesn't break the 300 view mark, I'm really not going to be doing another episode until it does. It's just not beneficial to me, and it actually hurts me because it takes away my time. It takes away my views. So I really do appreciate it when people actually comment, like. That helps tremendously. Anyway, guys, I'll see you then. Let's hope that the Union comes out with a victory. But you know what? I'm quite confident about this one, despite the fact that the enemy have trench works in the area. And now that I'm looking at those trench works again from the map view, I'm almost thinking we should take the force over here under Hooker and just get behind the enemy. Like, not just a side flank, but a proper, complete flank. And that's assuming they're not defending the Dunkers Church area. All right, folks, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.